Good morning. Good Saturday morning. So it's a little bit better out there weather-wise. A little less humidity, cloudy, and more bearable. Well, I've got a jury rig up here. This is the way I usually do things. Clip leads all over the place. Got my function generator connected to the ICO 147A, connected to the speaker output, which is the voice coil output, and okay, what we're going to do now with this is, unfortunately, I can't mute this speaker, so it's going to be a little hard, but I want to run some frequencies through it. And what I am going to be doing is taking these leads here, which is a set of meter leads, and clipping some clip leads on this and connecting it to the speaker. Now, when we do it, I'm not going to cut the wires off the transformer secondary. So we're actually running in parallel with the the secondary of the transformer. Not even on camera here, as always. I just want to hear distortion, voice coil rubbing. So I'm going to get this hooked up here, and I'll come back in a little bit here. Warning, please turn down your volume. This could be quite loud. Okay. We'll turn it up a little here. Don't seem to be buzzing. That is 100 cycles. That's about the best you can figure for a speaker like this, and dropped off quite a bit. But I don't hear any vibration. Okay, sorry for that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook that speaker to this radio. Right at the moment, I don't have an actual amplifier in the shop here other than my stereo, and that's all unplugged, and I have to go in the back and unplug the wires, and that's 55 watts a channel, and I don't want to run that. There's Sony up here, and that's hooked to these speakers here. So what I'm going to do is find a 1/4-inch plug and plug that speaker into here and see if I can find a local AM station that'll play loud enough in here. So we're going to get that going, and we'll be joining you on this video very soon. Well, I can't use this radio. It's full of noise. You get about 2 stations on it. And I still got the inside antenna here, so I mean, that's coming through the speaker here. Probably going to have to put it in the radio because I don't have an amplifier here to run it. I don't have an other than the signal tracer, and I can't mute the speaker in the signal tracer. And because this switch broke, I took it out. It had a section that was broken. I couldn't fix it. So the watt meter, I removed that circuit out of there, and the tracing circuit no longer works. All it is an on and off switch. It only has a 2-position here. So I can still get my noise test to high voltage here, about 180 volts out of here, and my audio input. But I can't mute this speaker, and I think it would mute if I had this switch back in here again, but I took out a lot of this watt meter circuit because it was inaccurate anyways. But it's not a big deal. I'll eventually get an audio amplifier I can try the speaker out in.
I know he's hurt, but he's come back now and he's taken standard starts
Well,
every 5 days.
it's not on the baffle.
He hasn't been as good as I thought he was going to be. Wheeler is a question mark, because Wheeler's not only a health question mark, Wheeler's a even if
That's the speaker in here.
question mark for me. But that's where it all starts.
But it's full of noise, and I turned my main light off up overhead here.
So this is what my 2XYs were like.
Okay.
And he told me how beautiful looking they were, you know. But they both have similarities in their personalities. I could understand why he was divorced twice. So then I said to him, I said, but you know what the problem is? He said, what? I said, you want me to replicate your third divorce. He said, what do you mean? I said, so you're asking for the same person again.
It's all the way up.
I said, you didn't listen to yourself talk to me. I said, you just told me what...
I get nothing but noise on the bands. I got to get an antenna on the outside, but at night, I can get pretty good.
Now the pattern, see, this is a problem. You know, maybe...
Okay, well that's it. Not much on this video here. I gotta wait for the capacitor to come in, and then I'm going to see if Bob wants to order the 43 tube. So he's in no hurry to get this going. And as far as the speaker is concerned, it's not the greatest sounding speaker, but I really don't have a good way to test it other than an audio generator, you know, like the function generator, and using the ICO 147A for signal tracer. But I really need to get some music through it to tell, and my Helicrafters S86 really doesn't pull in very much at all. It seems like it would in this small antenna inside here, but it doesn't. It's not very sensitive at all. So I could probably bring another radio in and hook it to it to try it out. And I may do that off camera in the future. But I may do like Buzz said and probably just try this. But I don't know if Buzz realizes it or not. But this cone is pretty ratty. This would have to be taken out. A pin would have to be put in here in place of this. This cone is really disgusting. I mean, there isn't really anything you can do with it. But to hold it in place and have a pin coming out the back here and going on to this vein that's down here, right where my fingernail is, yeah, might be an option, but again, there isn't very much magnetism on these magnets at all. The majority of my viewers seem to say just change it over, which is, Bob is willing to go with that. This is not a museum piece. When it gets into the case, it'll look good. Yes, it's similar to an Air King 701, 702, 703. Similar. Not exactly, but similar. And those radios use a field coil speaker. Now, when this is all in the case, you're not going to know whether this is the field coil speaker or not. I will know it, Bob will know it, but any John Doe, Mary, or Hazel who looks at this after it's all in the case is not going to know it. So who cares?
I will know it, Bob will know it, but any John Doe, Mary, or Hazel who looks at this after it's all in the case is not going to know it.
I will know it, Bob will know it, but any John Doe, Mary, or Hazel who looks at this after it's all in the case is not going to know it.
Thanks for watching. We'll keep you an update on this as time progresses. Take care, everybody.